lads and ladies, and welcome to week 3 of the Wheel of Time RPG. Today we're with Garriad Harrian, Saun Callie, Mads Conan, and I can't remember how to pronounce your name, Bayan? Yeah. You might want to turn your mic up very slightly, by the way, Ross. You.
No, it's because you said his actual name.
No, because we're not actually doing it yet.
Oh my god, how dare you? This is roleplay.
Alright.
Stop ruining my message.
Stop breaking the fourth wall!
Alright, the only person who's not present is Cade and Rokinante.
No.
So, I know, it makes me sad, the donkey won't be present.
Cade is violating.
Technically he's been arrested as well, so what we'll say is he's been put in a different prison to you guys, and he will catch up at a later date. He had some addition.
Let's say they found something else on him that leads to other charges they may make.
Yeah, and we'll let him break out of prison at a later date and catch up.
Okay.
Cade's now the prison bitch. Okay, so where we left off, the party was being arrested by white cloaks after transversing the ways. Garriad wasn't present at the time, so he's currently waiting in the tavern for them to be released. Okay, so we're going to start with... I'm just going to put us onto the tavern screen.
Okay.
Because it means that Garriad can actually be there. Okay, so after about 30 minutes of walking, the white cloaks managed to get you to the garrison. It's the garrison you visited earlier in your travels through the city. The one where you were told you could visit your comrade for his funeral.
Yeah.
Your fallen comrade. So yeah. When you eventually get into the barracks itself, the guardsmen just approach the white cloaks and they start having a discussion about, you know, why you're here, why have they arrested you, continued on, etc., etc. And they believe that the white cloaks are continuously trying to say that you're dark friends. You match the descriptions of people they know. People they know are dark friends because they killed some of the Children of Light. And they're just generally... It's a very heated discussion, so would any of you like to get involved? And state your case.
I would like to weigh it out a bit and see exactly what is said, just so if there is anything that I can chime in and back up, then I can. As in between the guard and the white cloaks.
Okay then.
Because at the moment, what are the guard doing? Are they trying to defend us and get us out, or are they just finding out what's happening?
Currently the guard are finding out what's happening and asking why the white cloaks continue to try and arrest people outside of their jurisdiction.
So the guard aren't really happy with the white cloaks anyway?
No.
So they're more likely to believe what we say?
Possibly.
Okay.
Bayan or Saun, would you like to interject anything?
So have the doodads have accused us of killing
Kids.
who?
No, Children of Light. Sorry, I should have made that more clear. The Children of Light have... basically, you resemble people they know who have killed other Children of Light. So they assume you're dark friends.
But when you say Children of Light, you don't actually mean children?
No. Children of Light is their title.
So it's not like they think we went around killing loads of Padawan?
They are
No.
children of light then?
Yeah, that is their title, yeah.
So it's like saying Sons of God?
Yeah, white cloaks are Children of Light.
Alright. I interject with just modest. We've killed no men. in this town or any other?
Make a bluff test because I'm pretty sure you killed someone.
No men. Which is what I'm saying. Well, no human.
Didn't you kill one of the thieves that tried to mug you?
No, don't think we've managed that much.
Oh god, yeah. You guys suck.
I'm gonna chime in with, in actual fact, I have never even encountered one from your establishment before.
First things first, Sawn.
Yeah.
Please make a diplomacy check
Diplomacy? Oh shit.
because you're not lying, so it's not a bluff.
Well, I'm at -1 anyway.
Really?
So, oh.
Okay, the guard just nods his head at you. You know, you're winning him over quite considerably. He's like, yeah, I've not heard anything about you guys that's been false. I mean, you saved a lady, well, you tried to save a lady from some Trollocs. You didn't get very far, but you know, you're the only people that actually made an effort.
All right, mate, calm down. We've just got back from some very bad trouble. We don't need this.
I'm sorry, I have to rub it in. It's hilarious. All right then, and then Mads, what was it you were saying? You said something extra, didn't you?
I'm saying I've never even come across a so-called white cloak before. The day you approached us in the square, I was confused as to who you were.
All right, that's another diplomacy check.
Oh my god, this is what.
This is where you fuck it up and blow it all for us.
Yeah, I do believe that's a D20. That's alright.
Do you have any pluses or minuses?
Yeah, hold on. +1.
Yep. Okay. The guard basically looks at the white cloaks and says, "Look, as much as they match your descriptions, these aren't the sort of people that I would assume to be dark friends. I've not heard
the
it."
droids you're looking for.
He's pretty much giving "these aren't the droids you're looking for" speech. He waves his hand in front of him, and the white cloak just goes, "Move along." No, the white cloak gets really, really frustrated. It's Arlin, or Alvin, I believe his name is, wasn't it? So he gets, yeah, Alvin. He gets really frustrated, and he says they're making a massive mistake, but he doesn't draw his weapons or anything, and he leaves.
What, and we're free to go?
Yep. Well, the white cloaks have left.
Cool. Well, I'm going to turn around and thank the guard for coming to our aid.
He says, I didn't really come to your aid, you just gave us some reasonably good points.
Either way, it's appreciated.
Yeah, I say thank you for not siding with them.
What is this TY you speak of?
Clocks.
Shake my hand.
Ross has small clocks.
Well,
Sorry. Anyway, so at this point, I suggest we go back to the tavern and reclaim the things we left in our room.
before you go, the funeral of Rahor.
Is that happening
Is-
right now?
No, it's happening at the end of today.
Do I not have time to get to the tavern and then back to?
No, yeah, that's what he's telling you. It will happen in about a couple of hours.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'll tell him I'll be there on time.
I will go for like 5 minutes, but I'll be back in a bit.
All right, mate.
Anyway, yeah. So we can continue what we were doing. Right.
Yeah, we'll just continue. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you going to the tavern?
Yeah, I am.
All right, and so
As long as I've got all the stuff that I have, the white cloaks haven't taken anything.
no, they took your weapons from you, but they left them when you left. When they left.
Okay, good.
I arm myself and then leave.
As you go to leave, the guards gesture at Cade, and they put him to one side and start talking to him.
Okay.
And they inform you that he'll be staying for a while, so you'll have to go on without him.
Okay.
Alright, and so you're heading towards the tavern. Is there anything else you would like to do, buy or pick up while we're missing Garriod?
Nothing I can think of.
No. I actually, hang on, let me just check my provisions. How much are rations?
Uh,
I'll go to the market and pick up some rations.
Okay, then, so you go to the market, and you can't exactly go to the market and just buy rations,
We'll
but
buy
you
food.
you can fashion together rations by buying lots of different things. You go to a stall that appears to be selling dried fruit and dried meats, and the guy welcomes you. He's like, "Hey, how can I help you?"
Do I just ask how much he's selling a singular meal for? Or like the parts to make a meal?
Depends how well would you like to eat.
Enough to live.
Fair enough. The bare minimum.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I can probably sell you for a day's worth of food 5 silver pennies.
Yeah, I'll take 4 days.
Yeah. He nods at you and he goes up to some, like, not buckets, but similar to buckets, where he scrapes out some nuts, some berries, and all the general bits and pieces that you would have for that, and he hands you 4 individual bags.
And I thank him and head back to the tavern.
Alright. Cool. Anyone else?
I'm going to assume I went upstairs and collected my gear. Then I come down and I ask.
Yes, because you were naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll assume that a white cloak covered you with a blanket, and you've just been wandering around with a blanket for the moment.
Well, I wasn't naked. I was in my boxes, but
I'm afraid you described yourself as naked.
I describe myself as butt naked.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you ran through the street chasing after.
Butt naked means you're naked except for your boxes.
But then, how is your butt naked?
Yeah.
No. Oh
It's
my
butt
God.
naked.
No.
I am
We
all
just
butt
need to.
naked.
Actually, no, we don't. That's fine.
Anyway, okay, so yeah, I've gone upstairs, I've got my stuff, then I come down and I asked Master Ferrin for a meal before I go off to this funeral.
Yeah, he nods at you and says, "Make sure to say a couple of words at the funeral for me."
Yeah,
And-
how much is the meal?
His inn is reasonably good. It's busy time, so 3 silver pennies.
Right. I've only got marks at the moment. Can you offer me change for marks? Because I remember you saying I can't just switch it up.
You've only got gold marks, haven't you?
No, I've got silver marks.
Is it silver marks? Okay, yeah, no, he can exchange for silver marks.
Right, well I give him a silver mark, so how much do I get back for that? That's like
It's 10 intervals. So 1 silver mark will give you 7 silver pennies. In change.
7 silver pennies.
Yes.
Right, cool.
Have you returned Bayan? What would you what would you like to do? While we are, is there anything in the town you'd like to buy? Any shops you'd like to visit? So you just want to generally chill until it's time for the funeral, if you want to attend. Okay, brilliant. I think at this point no one else has anything really to do. So, go on. My apologies. Go.
Can I just try going to the local, like the woodland not too far from here, and see if I can hunt any small critters?
You're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go do it on your own?
I say to Bayan and Mads that I'm going off. I should be back for the funeral. So I'm not staying out there too long, but yeah.
Okay. We'll just do some rolls, then I won't bring up a map just to show you. So, make some tracking rolls. We'll say make 3 tracking rolls successful. Well, you can't do tracking. What is it you've got? It's wilderness law, isn't it? I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make 3 successful wilderness laws.
Alright, so I'll get +2.
I think it's wilderness law that is.
Yeah, tracking is wilderness law.
Yeah. Okay.
Although
Okay,
technically
alright.
you still shouldn't be able to do it, but
Wilderness law is the ability to hunt and track, but tracking gives you a bonus from what I remember,
it doesn't at all.
doesn't it?
No, tracking is just a wilderness law check.
Alright, well, let's put it this way. This wilderness law is more to do with positioning himself, waiting for an animal, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Okay, and make 1 hide check.
And a high check is
Because yeah, you
plus
succeeded.
stupid for me.
Yeah, it's 2 out of 3
Ah.
for
Plus
your
8
wilderness.
to that
That's
roll.
fine. Yeah. So you find a rabbit hopping around, and it's not it's not noticed you at all.
Well, so
No, you got to love your spear at it.
what do I do for that one? I've forgotten.
Make a ranged attack.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
You get +1 to hit, I believe,
plus
because it's with a spear.
Oh yes, it's +4. That one? Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yep.
You've got +4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they get +2 base, then +1 for the spear, and then his agility gives him another one. Yeah, the roll for damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you skewer the rabbit to the floor. You hear a squeal, like a
So that'd be really fucking funny.
Mm.
If you hit the rabbit but you didn't kill it and it ran off.
With my spear in its
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
I gave it 2 health. So if you had rolled if you had rolled a 1, it would have like grazed the rabbit, and the rabbit would have bolted.
Yeah, if it
I can't roll a 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is still worthwhile to just make
Yeah.
you roll. Okay, I believe you have a skill that allows you to tell the time of day.
Yes, I do. It was something else.
No, it's not wilderness lore, it's something else.
I did put a point into it, and I know
Yes,
what it
you
is,
did.
but I don't know what it is.
I know, I'm trying to find it now. Because what I'm going to want you to do is I want you to test on it to see if you lost track of time.
Direction.
Huh?
Inuit direction.
Yeah.
Inuit,
Oh no,
not Inuit.
that's
Inuit.
the direction of the Inuits.
Yeah. I must know where my people are.
Alright, make a test, okay? It's basically just to see if you lost track of time.
Yep.
You're on 18, yeah, you're fine. You managed to time it right, and you can get back to the inn with just enough time to be able to walk to the funeral.
Yep.
So it is time for you to go to the funeral. A guard actually comes to the inn where you're staying, and he asks for you by name to a bartender, or not the bartender, one of the waitresses, and she comes over and collects you.
Well,
Do you wanna
ask
go-
all of us by name.
Yeah. Well, not by name, by description, because you've not given your names.
Alright.
Do you go with her? Or with him?
Yeah, if she's going to the funeral, might as well walk with her.
Well, no, the guard is.
Wait, what?
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm
A
confused.
guard has come and
Yeah.
asked the waitress to collect you. The waitress is
Oh.
and then she's bringing you to the guard.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, we'll just follow her to the garden and go to the funeral.
Yep.
Well,
Alright then, so the guard takes you through some streets and you find yourself like reaching a graveyard, and you know he just stops at the door and waves you forward.
yeah.
You know, it's a very quiet area of the city. The city's generally quite loud, you know, lots of people, especially after the recent parade. So it's quite a shock to the system that it's just this quiet for no reason. And you see a hole in the floor with an open casket with a member of the guard, Master Ferrin, and what looks to be a priest standing over it.
Wait, Master Ferrin is here?
Mm-hmm.
Then why did he ask us to say words?
What do you mean?
When I went to get my meal before the funeral, you said he told me to say a few words.
No, yeah, what I meant was I want everyone to just say something at the funeral. Something small. Well, not everyone, just like a couple of people to say something small. Bennett is also there because this is the guy that died trying to save his daughter.
You're misunderstanding. You said to say a few words for him, as in you said it as if Master Ferrin wasn't going, and now he's suddenly at the funeral.
I didn't mention Master Ferrin.
I got food from him. And
Oh no, yes, my apologies. In which case, Master Ferrin's not there and Bennett is.
Okay. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Like, he's just lying to me. I don't trust him anymore. Like.
You fall unconscious and realise that he's poisoned your food, and you're now in his rape dungeon.
No.
So yeah, so you're at the funeral, and the priest looks at you, looks at the four of you, and says, "Look, I don't know this individual. I don't know any rights that he may have wanted. You know, I can say a couple of words for him, but I think it would be better if you were to talk about him."
I would prefer that you say the words, as we didn't really know him that well enough to say any pleasing words for him. So I'm just here to pay my respects. If you could just take the right away here, that would be appreciated.
Well, Bennett just shakes his head and steps forward. He says, "Out of all of you, all of you, for all of you, I can't be more grateful. You tried to save my daughter, and there's nothing I could ever do to repay that. You may not have succeeded, but it's the thought that counts. You're the only people that step forward, and this man gave his life to try and save someone that he didn't even know. Someone he'd never even heard of before. And for that, I'm eternally grateful." And his face just drops, and he's just very quiet, and he just steps back slightly.
Right. Is the priest going to say any words, or?
The priest mumbles, incoherently. He's not too comfortable about talking about the dead for some reason.
That's odd.
Would anyone else like to say anything?
I'm not going to say anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over and place a silver penny on each eye. It is an open casket, right? You said
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it's an open casket. You can see him, and he's a bit.
Right.
He's been cleaned up slightly, so he's no longer covered in blood and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't he get pretty fucking mutilated? But yeah, no, I place a silver penny on each eye.
I think this calls for some fitting music to say goodbye to a long lost friend.
My lover, my friend.
Would anyone else like to say any words before the casket's lowered?
No.
I
I
just
assume not.
give a dirty glance at the ale pricks and...
With no one else saying anything, the priest lowers the lid onto the coffin, where it's nailed shut, and then it's eventually lowered down into the air, into the
As
ground.
this happens, I bow my head.
Yeah, and then dirt begins to be shoveled on.
And then help with that.
I hold up my arm and shout Sage Heal.
Everyone looks at you as you break the silence, and they're a bit like, what on earth is going on?
No, I don't actually. I just...
So, yeah, the funeral's over, and Bennett approaches all of you and says, what will you do now?
We need to go to Toman Head.
He just nods and says it's a long journey. It's going to take you quite a few weeks to get there.
Well, I've already travelled this far.
Yeah, he wishes you luck on your journey and bids
Can we
farewells.
Can
Go
we
on.
ask him, whereabouts Toman Head is?
He says, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure there's a map in the library.
That was my next query.
Okay, well, I'll say to him then, we'll make a quick stop in the library, and then we'll be heading off, so I thank you for everything that you've done for us, Master Farron.
He looks at you and says, haha, I wish I was Master Farron.
Wait, what? Who said that?
I'm only the...
Bennett?
That's Bennett, he's the stable
Okay.
master.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm so confused. I swear you said Master Farron came up to us.
I probably did, I'm not very good at this.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Everyone's everywhere at once right now.
In which case, I don't really say anything to him.
And then the Balrog bursts out the floor. It's the wrong world, damn it. Okay, so yeah, he walks off,
Okay.
and it's
right,
on
well,
over to you guys.
We'll go back to the library and examine that map then.
Yeah.
I have a shadow in the library, but the guy next to me doesn't have a shadow. What's up with that?
Because I think
He's just, what guy?
There's no guy in the library. What are you talking about?
The
Like,
fact that he just ran across.
Make like.
Like
I forgot you can see him running across like new, new. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay then, so you're gonna look for the map. All right, so you find a. It's not a detailed map. It's a very general map, but it's of like the general area of the continent. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we only need to know
Does
the
it give us the region names?
Yes, it does.
And where
You-
does Toman Head reside?
Toman Head is to the left. It's like left and central along the coast. You're currently central. And you also realise that Toman Head isn't. It's not like a city. It's an actual area.
Oh right, okay. I thought it was like a town.
So you know that you've got to head to this area, but you're not sure where in this area. The only city in Toman Head that's on the map is Falmy.
I didn't hear that because someone slapped their microphone.
I believe it's pronounced Falmy. That's the only one in Toman Head. That's the only one on the map.
How's it spelled?
Falme.
Alright.
Not farm, or is it family?
Doesn't matter. Anyway, so do we have a rough idea of where we need to go then?
Yeah, there's.
To glory.
It shows you a couple of roads, a couple of main roads. Yeah, you can plot a route and you can draw. There is writing equipment here, so if you
Yeah.
wanted to, you could draw up a very not a very detailed map.
I'm sure we'd come across another town en route anyway that we could stop in. Just ask for directions. So
Yeah, is there any town between here and
The map's not detailed enough to show
Toman Head.
towns.
alright.
Can we get? Obviously, there's local maps in here, so can we look at some local maps?
You can indeed. It's just gonna take me a second to bring one up. Okay, so yeah, you.
Do we know? Do we know the name of this kingdom which we're in?
Yeah, you're in Andor, in Caymlin.
So we can get a map of Andor then.
Yeah, so you know where the four kings are: Whitebridge. What the hell is that one? Two Rivers. And Baelon. That's
Does
the.
it go beyond Two Rivers?
No, this map doesn't.
Okay.
It's got Emmonsfield, Whitebridge, Four Kings, and Baelon, or however you want to pronounce that one.
What about the map when we looked for Toman Head? Was that a big continent map?
Yes.
What about the big mountain range that resides next to Two Rivers?
Yeah, it shows you that. So you can either choose to go through it, which will take you through a forest, or go round it, which will take you a very long route. But there is a path you can take through it.
What do you guys want to do?
We'll go for it.
I suggest we go for it.
So I'm guessing you guys don't have enough provisions to go a long way around.
Yeah.
From the smaller map of Caymlin, you can see that there are going to be a lot of towns you can stop in, if your provisions run low.
Alright.
how many days travel is the nearest town? Well, are we going to choose a town to stop at first? Because I would like, if I don't have enough rations to reach the town, I would like to buy some more. before
This one's
then.
Four Kings, isn't it?
Huh?
The next major town is Four Kings.
Isn't that where? No, it's not where you're from, is it?
Well, we
No,
choose
I'm
routes.
from really near there though.
Yeah, he's from north of Four Kings, a small village.
We choose routes following the trail of the towns, kind of thing. So we're never too far away from a town in case.
How many days travel, just so I know, is 4 Kings?
Let's say, unfortunately, this map that I'm using doesn't have a scale, so it's really awkward. So let's just say the entire journey is going to take you a month.
Oh wow, okay.
What, 2 4 Kings or 2?
No, two
Toman Head.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a nice one. We'll say to Four Kings is 5 days. Then from Four Kings to White Bridge is... Actually, let's do it in 7 days. Yeah, what we'll do is we're going to split this into 7 days. It won't actually be 7 days, but it makes it easier to calculate.
Okay.
So, from Caymlin to Four Kings is 7 days. From Four Kings to White Bridge is 7 days. To Baerlon is 7 days. And then from Baerlon to Toman Head will be 7 days. Like, for Four Kings and Caymlin, the gap is really small, but it will even out over the distance. It'll probably take longer to transverse this distance, but this is the easiest way to do it. Without a map to scale.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to need 7 days of provisions.
Okay.
But these are the major towns. You might come across small villages on the route.
Yeah.
Well, I've got enough rations for 10 days, so I'm fine.
Does Master Ferrin sell rations, or am I going to need to go to another shop?
You will have to go to one of the market towns, stalls. It's later
Right.
in the day, so you'll have to go in the morning.
Oh, fuck's sake.
The funeral was in the evening.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just... Well, yeah, okay, no, we'll rest up for now anyway, won't we? Because there's no point leaving now.
Mm-hmm.
Renting rooms, or are we going to camp again?
Well, I'm going indoors. I'm going to get myself a room and meal for the night.
Well, I don't have a tent, so I'm relying on one of you two to be either doing that or I pay.
You can borrow my tent if you want. Because I do have a tent, I'd just rather be in a room.
Alright, I will kindly ask to
buy
borrow
your
your
room.
tent and inquire if it's okay to camp outside again to Master Ferrin.
He says, yeah, but this will be the last day.
Oh yes, we'll be leaving in the morning.
Yeah, because camping outside, you know, I'm losing quite a lot of business from you guys letting you do it.
Just say that. We're giving him rooms to sell to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you being outside is stopping patrons from being outside. Because your tents take up a lot of space.
True.
Anyway, yeah, a room and meal is 8 silver pennies, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I give him another mark.
Okay, and he'll give you the change.
Yeah.
I pay for a meal for the night and the morning.
Okay.
How much would that be?
A meal for the night and morning will be 6 silver pennies.
Alright.
How much is a meal for the night and the morning? And
6
Eight.
silver pennies plus... it will be 1 silver mark and 1 silver penny.
Wait, how many meals do you get when you buy the room and the meal then?
1. Oh no, it's
That's-
meals per day. But
Yeah.
alright, yeah, we'll say 8 then, because you're doing an evening meal and a morning meal.
Yeah, because that's what I've been doing this whole time.
Yeah. So that's 8 silver pennies. Do you want that?
yeah. How many silver
So-
pennies are in a mark? Is it
10.
10. Harley, you should have only spent 3 silver pennies if that's the case.
Alright.
And Bayan,
I'm good.
you eating rations?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll to mark that off then.
Is there anything any of you would like to do before the day is concluded?
No, I'm just going to go to bed.
Same.
I eat my food and
Oh yeah, obviously eat. and then
Sleep.
go to bed.
Okay. An uneventful night passes.
I heal, don't I?
The first one in a long time. Yeah. We'll cover that one so it's required.
Alright.
Yeah, it's the first uneventful night you've had in a while, so you're fairly relaxed. You wake up in the morning, and you can continue your day as you wish.
I eat and meet with the rest of the group and see if they are ready to head out.
I come downstairs, I eat my breakfast, and I look over to the others to see if they're ready.
Well, I'll come over to you. Then
I don't want to sit on this table.
wait wherever the hell you are.
I don't want to sit on the table with weird people on it. Okay, sit on that one.
Sit on the same table as Mads.
No!
You were the weird people. He's talking about the ale. What the hell's Bane doing?
Chilling.
Chilling by the fire.
Alright, did you make a copy of the
done.
map?
Yes,
And who's carrying the copy of the map?
I can.
Alright, could you please add that to your inventory list so we don't forget?
Map to Toman Head. Set.
Actually, before we head out, I ask Master Ferrin if he has some salt that could be spared. Just a small amount.
He looks at you and says you could probably go to the market store for that, but I can probably spare a little bit. Yeah, what reason?
It was to speed up the travels, and so the meat that I have doesn't sour.
He says, smart idea. He looks at it and says you should probably skin it a little bit, but you just got this
Oh no, yeah,
speared rabbit.
Yeah, it's still on the end of the spear.
Yeah, he says you probably want to deal with that reasonably quickly before it starts stinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says I can spare a little bit for you,
Alright.
and he'll give it to you free of charge.
Thank him. And walk over to the rest of the group and ask if they're ready to head out on their travels.
I walk over to Master Ferrin.
Mm.
I say thank you for everything you've done for us, letting us stay here even though we've been hunted. It's much appreciated. And I will talk of your tavern amongst my travels.
He nods at
the
you and says,
hospitality share.
yeah, he nods at you and says, you're more than welcome. Make sure you come back. We can always use some more patrons. Just next time, try not to bring so much, so much troubles with you.
I will do my best.
He like clasps your shoulder, and then someone calls his name, and he has to run off to talk to some other patrons. He says his goodbyes.
I go outside and I plant an arrow in Bennett's head.
Before
What?
before the other two come out, I would like to skin the rabbit and salt it and whatnot.
Alright then, I believe there's a tree for that.
Really?
Well, you don't technically have the profession of being
Yeah.
able to cure meats.
Yeah,
Really?
you need to
Is
have
that's a
profession.
profession?
Yeah, of course
You're
it is.
Just rub some salt in it. That'll keep it.
Alright, Harley,
edible
make
for the-
make
till
an
the-
intelligence test
Oh fuck! The meat's gonna stand.
at -5
Yeah.
because you're not trained.
Hang on. Oh.
Okay, unknown to you, you've put so much salt in this meat that one bite will make you sick.
I only asked for a little bit.
He gave you enough to do it, but you just smothered the thing.
Alright.
But
Can I just point out, this entire journey I've only used 2 arrows? Because every time I try and shoot someone, they fucking charge at me. Or kill me before I get to do anything.
you love it. Gary Ed, is there anything you would like to do?
Nope, I am perfectly fine.
Alright, you're just getting ready to go?
I want to go outside and wait for burn.
Okay then, so is everyone ready to go? Is there anything at all you would like to do in the city before you head off?
I need to go shop and get some rations.
Okay then, so same as before. Rations worth how much again?
I've never
2.
bought rations before.
Was it 2?
Did 3, yeah.
Give me a second.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just.
it's 5.
It's more than that. I think it's 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
5 silver pennies per day.
Per day?
Yep.
Jesus fuck. Alright.
It's because they won't go off
Okay.
unless there is like some bad thing that happens that makes them
Some
like go
bad
off.
mojo.
Yes. some bad juju. Cough, cough, cough.
Daniel, can you remember if I fired any arrows in that fight before?
I believe you fired 1.
Alright, I need to change that then, because I got 20. I need to get to 19.
I give him give 2.5 marks so that I have 5 rations.
Okay. Anyone else?
Can I sell my buckler?
You can, but what I was thinking of doing was letting you keep shields and let them add a bonus to you regardless, because not having an armor bonus just because you have a higher class stat I think is very unfair, especially when it comes to shields. So I'm thinking of letting shields count but armor not, and seeing how that works.